Georgia is Aramis Garcia.
And taking the mound this evening for the Boston Red Sox is a familiar face. Yostrimski Chassin spent a lot of time with the Brewers the last few years. Come in here, thrown about 5 innings so far with the Red Sox. A little mechanical change, but he's pitching for a job next year, and he's done a good job in those 5 innings for the Sox. And what you're going to see is a lot of sliders, more sliders than fastballs, and he likes facing the Giants. He's 6-2 with a 1.94 and 12 career starts against the Giants.
Moments ago, it was a very emotional ceremonial first
Ladies
pitch
and gentlemen,
as Carl Yostrimski was introduced.
Living Red Sox player, accompanied by his beloved grandson, now a major leaguer with the San Francisco Giants. Welcome home, number 8, Carl Yostrimski, and number 5, Mike Yostrimski.
It's been quite some time since Carl Yostrimski has been on this field.
A ceremonial first pitch to Mike.
And he threw a strike.
Walked it.
He can't wait to walk it off, can he?
Thank you.
Oh, he's thinking, where is my car?
What a great moment. That is so special.
So here's the first pitch of the ball game, and young Yostrimski takes outside for a ball. So we get started just a little late. Yostrimski takes high. Everybody coming off a long ball game last night, including the broadcasters. There's no batting practice today. And there's a pitch down low. It's Eric Cooper calling balls and strikes. Barber, Little, West from first to third. Joe West still standing. And a strike. It's 3-1. Yaz is going to watch his grandson from the Red Sox dugout. The only one cheering for Yostrimski in that Red Sox dugout is his grandfather. And it would be great if he knocked one out of the park to see him clap. He's going to take a walk. And this guy is going to take a walk as well. So both Yostrimskis taking a walk.
He's telling Cora, tell your guy to challenge him.
So here's Brandon Belt. Belt hitting .236. A little bit more about today. The team bus left from the hotel at 4:15, and generally speaking, there is never a player on that bus. Ball players like to get to the park anywhere between 12 and 2. Belt takes high. Today, the bus was full.
So much so they had a second bus just in case.
That's
right
right
behind it.
That's right. Bruce Bochy was not on the bus. So the 1-1 delivery, and Belt lines it foul down the right field line. Belt was on the bus. It was a long night for everybody. Those are those nights where it is totally acceptable if you win the game. Not so good if you lose. Big overshift, as you would expect.
It's a lot of at bats too. These guys have seen Chassin throw so much.
Well, it's jammed a little bit, but pulls it foul.
This is Belt's 32nd time facing him. You gotta imagine they're not going to waste too much time. If they get something in their zone, they're going to drop the head on it.
He's not afraid to throw a few curveballs. Pilar on deck. Down low, squirts away. finds it. Belt last night in the first inning, he hit the top of the green monster and it shot over the wall for a home run. He later hit one that he thought was gone, that Jackie Bradley crawled up against the wall and made the catch. It's 2-2. It's another one on the ground, foul.
Let's take a look at the Giants defense, or sorry, the Red Sox defense. Starting the outfield from left to right, it'll be Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Holt again out there in right field. Left side of the infield will be Devers and Bogarts. Right side, Hernandez and Moreland. And Sandy Leon will be doing the catching.
Bell hits a high drive into left center field. Bradley again on the move. He's looking up, and it's off the bricks. And Yostrimski got a great jump, and they're going to hold him up at third. So second and third with nobody out.
I'll try to get that pitch backdoor slider. Like you say, he throws a lot to him, gets enough of the plate. Belt smashes it off the wall, but Jackie Bradley plays it perfectly, gets on the hop, bare hands it, throws a strike to second. Yeah, as like he mentioned, reads it. He sees Jackie Bradley standing, so he starts to make that turn and goes all the way. Ron Wotus with the late call, but now you got developing situation with runners at second and third, nobody out.
And Pilar doesn't waste any time. Pilar's only faced Chacin a couple of times. He's 1 for 2. The pitch on the ground to short. Yostrimski's going to score. Pilar with an RBI. It's 1-0. Belt stays at second. Not the perfect out. The perfect out is a ground ball to the right side. But nevertheless, an RBI for Pilar. He's got 82 on the year.
Yostrimski's been doing a real nice job in leading off the ball games, being able to get on base and do those things. Scores again.
Here's Dickerson. Dickerson had one at bat in the game last night. It was a sacrifice fly. It knocked in the final run and the winning run. Here he takes low.
When he hit the one last night, I thought that one was gone. 100 mile an hour off the bat.
He did too.
They went to the track. It was blowing straight in from center field.
There's a strike. No history between this right-hander and Dickerson. On the ground, foul. Just an interesting note from last night's game. The Giants struck out 19 times last night, and the Red Sox were not that far behind. They struck out 14 times, so it was a game of a lot of strikeouts and a lot of pitchers.
A lot of pitchers, a lot of pitches. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe West does not move a whole lot down there at third base tonight.
Down low. I asked Bruce Bochy today if he's getting a kickback from Speedy. He had no idea what I was talking about. I said, well, Bochy, every time you change pitchers, we read the Speedy copy. And he apologized. He goes, well, I'm sorry. There's a foul back. It's 2-2. But he's got one more for 2,000. and that was the pitchers he used last night. 13.
He's trying to set records, and he did it. Might as well get your name in the books.
With the new rules for next year, games like last night are not ever going to happen again, assuming that the rules stay the same. A payoff pitch coming up to Dickerson, and he stays alive.
Chassin's confident in that slider, 3-2 slider. Throws it early, throws it often. Like I said, this is a bit of an audition for next year. A guy that can be a swing man, has plenty of starting experience. Might be back here in Boston.
So he gets Dickerson looking.
This game is available to stream on NBCSportsBayArea.com and the My Teams app for mobile and tablet. Stream the Giants on the go wherever you are. Brought to you by your NorCal Honda dealer.
Here's the man of the hour. He caught all those pitches in the game last night. Stephen Vogt. He also went 1 for 7. Talked to him before the game. He said, yeah, he said, I was tired. He said, and the thing that it affected most was my at-bats. I knew that I was going to have to get these young guys through defensively, and he did. Swings and fouls it out of play.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. You see how they play Stephen Vogt, one guy on the left side of the infield. And you see that pretty much 90% of the time against any left-handed hitter being up at the plate in the big leagues nowadays. Did you ask Vogt how his glove was?
I did not. That would have been a good question. I did find out who signed the ball, though, for the guy in left field. Down the right field line, into the corner, pesky pull, and it is out of here. He hit the post.
Extra base hit king.
I love the post. And it's 3-0. That's the pesky pull, which is just a short poke down the right field line. And that's the reward for last night.
Yeah, Johnny Pesky smiling. Smiling up there and having watching that.
I love Johnny Pesky.
Oh, what a guy.
Good guy.
I mean, an 0-2 count to a 2-run shot. That'll make you feel good.
It's a called strike to Crawford.
That's a good jog where, you know, the legs are tired. We're in the squat for a bunch of pitches yesterday and loosen them up right there, circling the pillows. Nice job, Stephen Vogt.
Crawford up the middle. Bogarts, is he going to do it to him again? He does not. As Crawford beats it out. He did it last night to him, but not today. All right, let's take a look at Vogt's pesky pull shot.
Yeah, fastball up in the zone, not quite high enough. Puts barrel to it, drops the head right off the pole. Wow.
You can see Giants fans down the right field line pointing into fair territory. It's the second time I've seen it happen. My rookie year, George Hendrick, a right-handed hitter, did it. There's another look. This is the best shot of them all.
It's got to be up there for one of the fastest home runs hit.
It has to be.
He hit that every bit 150 feet down the line.
Oh. .9 seconds. That's your hang time. Here's Adames. Adames is at third tonight. Longoria gets the night off. Longoria last night went 2 for 4. Looking at the box score from last night.
Page 1 or page 2?
Goodness. Position players, people that got into the game defensively or pinch hitting, 12. Pitchers, 13. Tell me that's happened before. Swing. You ain't gonna miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
The beauty of September baseball.
And again, if this is in a National League ballpark, then those numbers are going to go up a lot more because you're going to have more pinch hitters hitting for pitchers. Foul in and out of the glove of Leon. It's 2-2. See the exit velocity. How many ballparks is that a home run?
You're looking at it. 106 off the bat, though. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Crawford goes, swinging a foul, and almost got a high fastball. Well, maybe it wasn't a high fastball. Maybe it was a high breaking ball.
Yeah, the high slider, and this is not the outing, the start that Chacin wanted. This will be his 33rd pitch just here in the 2 outs so far in that first inning. But again, the luxury is that you have another 15 guys in the bullpen that can eat up innings if needed.
Well, remember, the Giants had a 4-run lead in the game last night early, and it did not hold up. Good ballpark to hit in. Terrific offensive lineup. Crawford will go. Got him swinging, and that'll end the inning. So a walk, a double, and a home run, and that's bye-bye baby for Vogt. Vogt now with double digits and home runs with 10. Bottom of the first coming up. It's 3-0 Giants. Giants with a 3-0 lead. Let's take a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Benedetti's going to lead things off, followed by Bogarts, and then Devers, 83 extra base hits. Vasquez, Holt, and then Moreland. Jackie Bradley's going to hit 7th, Hernandez 8th, and the catcher Sandy Leon will hit 9th. The DH, by the way, is Vasquez.
Taking the mound for the Giants tonight is Jeff Samardzija, coming off of that 31st start. Been going to the post all year long. You look at the numbers there, just trying to get back into that groove he had in August, where he was really attacking the zone, working deeper into a ball game. And it really comes down to that cutter. If he's able to locate that and get that 4-seam fastball in play, it's all about his pitch count. Just trying to keep that down and get quick outs.
Benedetti lifts the first pitch foul. He was 0 for 7 last night. Every once in a while you look at these games and you'll see the guys that had a disaster, and Benedetti was really the only one. Holt went 0 for 5, but he walked 3 times. Giants have any disasters? No. Those kind of games, from an individual standpoint, you're looking to at least just get one. Out of play again.
Yeah, those at-bats start adding up.
They do. And then you hope that this isn't game 1 of a doubleheader. There's Mr. Yostrimski, as he's got himself, I believe, a box, or the Red Sox have provided him with a box for his family. You see I see Mike Jr.'s wife is, or his mother is up there. That's her with the white sweater. In tight, so it's 3-2. Looks good.
He does.
Shark is going to have to come into the strike zone here. He does, and it's lined to Pilar, and Pilar is going to watch this one hang up for out number 1.
Well, let's take a look at the Giants defense, brought to you by Geico. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Dickerson, Pilar, and Yostrimski. Left side of the infield will be Adames and Crawford. Right side, Dubon and Belt, and Aramis Garcia doing the catch.
Here's Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 6 with a couple of walks last night. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Red Sox are, and this is really unusual, they're 4 games under 500 at home. They're 36-40 at home. Popped up to Adames. And Adames hangs in there with the win. And here's Devers. So we have a little bit of a technical issue with our cameras. So this is the shot that you're going to get for now. It's called high home. We're going back to the 60s. There's a swing and a foul back. This is before they had the center field camera. So actually back then all they needed was one cameraman.
Yeah, turn back the clock. Drink it in. Here we go.
And if it gets into the left field corner, we'll let you know. And that pitch is high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Devers 2 for 8 with 3 strikeouts last night. See the overshift. Samardzija and Garcia trying to come up with the right pitch, and it's outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Really, in a lot of ways, it's a unique shot. You get to see the whole defense. You see the outfield playing straight away. Samardzija comes in, and it's now 2-2.
Good fastball there, too. 93 miles an hour.
No, doggone it. We're back to modern baseball now. Three and 2. Popped up, and it's going to be 20 rows back of the Giants dugout, which is packed. Everything's packed. Dugouts are packed. Bullpens are packed.
Well, don't say this too often with a guy of this caliber that you're facing here. 310, 29, 107, but Christian Vasquez is the hottest hitter they got right now.
And the pitch is inside.
He's on deck.
And he's coming up. Not a name that you would associate with. List who should you be careful with. But last night, he was 1 for 2 and an RBI, a couple of walks.
Stole a base.
He did steal a base. That's right. He stole third. And Samardzija hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. A cool night. My partner's hanging in there.
Oh, yeah. Locked in.
And a strike. And it's 0-2.
Got the no catch by Garcia, but
Yeah, and here Cooper's telling him right now, yo, kid, you're making me look bad.
yeah, come on. Split the plate down the middle.
Or maybe saying, are you all right?
And that's when you quickly like, yeah, late life on that pitch.
Tried to get him to chase. It's 1-2. Well, at least it's cold, but we're inside a booth. We're not on top of a roof.
Very good point.
You know, because you could get in kind of a bad mood if you're just on top of a roof. On the ground, up to middle. Crawford's got it. He will flip it to Dubon, and that'll end the inning. A shutdown inning for Samardzija. 3-0 Giants. Here's Dubon. Giants are leading 3-0. And Mauricio Dubon shows bunt, and he takes a strike. Dubon went 1 for 7 in the game last night. And did he go around? I'd say no. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing. 1-2.
Real good slider there. It's what he's known for, being able to start that as a strike. By the time you commit to it, it's well off the plate.
And he got him, and let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, an amazing day yesterday for Mike Yostrimski. And if folks at home weren't able to join us, we wanted to look back at it for you and give you some highlights. There he is with Grandpa, Hall of Famer Carl, walking left field. There he is running out to where his grandpa was playing, and he made time for a squeeze with Mama, telling himself, you got this, you got this. The last time they heard the name Yostrimski announced in this park, 1983. Giants fans and Boston fans loving it. I think Mike liked it a little bit too. To top it off, he hit home run number 20 on the season. His family elated. And you know, Bruce Bochy, he likes home runs, but he really likes a cool baseball story, and it is one, gentlemen.
Here's Garcia. Yes, yes, indeed. And today was just as special watching that man throw out the first pitch to his grandson. And it's just nice to see him at the ballpark. He doesn't come here very often. This is popped out of play.
Yeah, you don't see him. Yeah, you don't see him at all. You don't. Doesn't go up to Cooperstown too often, unless the Red Sox might be going up or doing something. But he's a legend, and he's fun. He's great.
And a bit outside. It's 2-2.
Chacin seems to have made a correction between that first inning and second inning now. Really just missing. Throwing right around the zone.
Well, back-to-back strikeouts, and here's Yostrimski.
just 1 year removed from winning 15 games with the Brewers. I mean, this is a guy.
Yostrimski.
And the Red Sox are losing some of the big stars. David Price, they just announced he's going to be out for the remainder of the season with that left wrist. Saw J.D. Martinez come out of the game last night. Mookie Betts is injured right now. Some of the big names in this lineup are sitting out the rest of the weeks.
And just a little low. And the Brewers were counting on Jesse.
They were.
In tight. 2 balls and no strikes. This is a hitter's count. When he hit the home run last night, number 20, it was on a 3-1 pitch. So this is as close to that as you're going to get. And he takes a strike. His grandfather didn't take as many pitches as young Yostrimski does. On the ground to second. Hernandez is going to make the play, and that's going to end the inning. So a nice bounce back inning for Chassin. It remains 3-0 Giants. Well, the MLB Ballpark app, what will it do? Well, it'll complete your next visit to Oracle Park. You can manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here's Brock Holt. Holt for 5 with 3 walks in the game last night. He also made the last out, which was a line drive right at Dubon with runners at first and second. Brock Holt. Good solid play.
He sure has been.
Over the roof down the right field line. It's 1-2. On the ground to Belt. Belt will take it.
Well, fans, the My Teams app is your source for live stream Giants games. Today, the My Teams app has all the news of the Giants' epic game last night with Mike Yostrimski's home run and Bruce Bochy's career win, 1,999. Plus updates, new content, all your favorite teams, Giants, Niners, Raiders, Sharks, Warriors, A's, and Kings. Highlights, articles, podcasts, and much, much more. And it's all on my Teams app.
Here's Moreland. Moreland last night went 1 for 6. The Giants won, obviously, World Series 10, 12, 14. They did not go to postseason the years following their championship year. And we heard all about World Series hangover. I asked a couple of the Red Sox people today if this year was World Series hangover for them. And they said, yeah, in some ways. And they constructed some things in spring training that were a little more different.
Well, you can tell by the records in the AL East, they really fell behind in April and just tried to play catch up, try to step on the gas. But you have New York about to get 100 wins coming up, Tampa Bay closing in on 90 wins, and Boston having a good year in the sense that they're 79 and 71. But you are 19 games out of first place. It's tough to make up that much ground. Down the right field line and just foul. He's going to slow walk it. I think they're going to check just to make sure that is foul. See Alex Cora on the phone now.
And the president of baseball operations, Dave Dombrowski, gone. So whatever happened this year, it cost Dombrowski. The 1-2. Good fastball, but he misses at 94.
Real good pitch. So far, real good fastball velocity out of Jeff. Trying to get a little bit quicker on the out, so this will be his 29th pitch.
And it's foul. You could hear Sean Barber yell foul up here. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we got the full crew here. And you see the Red Sox radio and TV to our left. Down there, a couple booths over, is my old teammate Dennis Eckersley. Foul back. John and Dave and Darren Chan to our right. There's Eck. Eck's, I don't know, Eck's starting to get a little gray in the mustache. I can't imagine that he's happy about that. Jerry Remy is to the far left, Dave O'Brien in the middle. He played 13 years against Jerry Remy, even in the minor leagues. There's a ground ball foul. Remy was in Lodi when I was in Reno.
Dueling second basemen.
Dueling second basemen, both of us. Although he's going to claim he does. He's got home run rights. He's got a few more than I do. Or so does Eck. There's Jerry. Center field. Pillar's got a beat on this one. Now he comes in as the wind pushes it in a little bit.
That was a 9-pitch battle he got through.
Jackie Bradley hit a home run in the game yesterday. He hit the bullpen roof down the right field line. And the Giants pin. And he takes a called strike. Joe Castiglione, who has been here since 1983, their head radio announcer, he said he's the best center fielder he's seen in all the years he's been here with the Red Sox.
That's a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
Played with a couple good ones here. Coco Crisp, real good center fielder.
Yep. There's Joe on the left.
Sweet Lou Merlone.
And Lou. Bradley on the ground to Dubon. A nice big hop. And that'll end the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Samardzija, and Belt is going to lead things on. Well, here's our Rocket Mortgage game changer, Kyle Yostrimski, his career at Fenway Park, where he ranks. He ranks #1 in games, second behind Ted Williams, not a far second. First in RBIs, runs, and first in doubles. Avi and I were looking to see when did he start? How old was he? Because if you play that many years, and what did we say? 21?
21 years old, 232 days. In his last game, he was 41 days.
I read somewhere where he hit a home run his last year at Fenway, and it was wiped out by rain. His Belt a check swing foul. That would really tick me off, I got to tell you.
In his MVP year, blasting 44 home runs that year.
I mean, what did his numbers look like his last year? Were they respectable?
He made the All-Star team.
Come on.
Yeah, he did. 10 homers, 56 RBIs, 266 average.
All right. Played a lot.
119 games. 437 plate appearances.
Well, the DH allowed him to do that.
Almost 14,000 turns to the plate.
Wow. Belt cannot hold up. Now, if you missed it, we showed it earlier. This was the introduction of Carl Sr. And then, of course, his grandson Mike came out, and he caught the first pitch. Just about the same size. By the way, Chacin now with 5 strikeouts. So when you said he's made an adjustment, I guess we kind of have to agree with you.
3 of his last 4 via the punch.
To third, a fair ball. And the throw, and it's not in time. Pilar beats it out. His Devers just a little bit of a double clutch, and that was enough. He's got a good arm.
And I think when Pilar hit it, he wasn't even sure exactly where it went. Didn't exactly bust it out of the box, but he saw it was going to stay fair. Watched the swing. He realizes where it's going, and just like you mentioned, a little bit of a double clutch. Great strike across the diamond, but even better foot speed there by Kevin Pilar. You'll take an infield knock anytime.
Here's Dickerson. Dickerson struck out looking in the first. And here he takes the fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. This is about Chacin. He doesn't wait around. He gets the ball back. He's ready to go. As his defense gets set. This will be pitch number 59. Down low.
He's rapid fire, and Dickerson is not getting out of the batter's box either.
And the strike beats 2-2. That's kind of the way you like to see it. Got him again. So the second time Dickerson goes down looking. Here's Vogt, who, if you just joined us, there's a foul pole down the right field line called the pesky pole, and he hit it. He hit that. Such an unusual design here at Fenway Park. I mean, it wasn't a cheapie. He hit a line drive. This is what it looked like.
Off the pesky pole. Pesky had 17 career homers, 13 of them here down the line.
Pilar goes. He got a good jump, and it's going to go into center field, but he doesn't know it. Bradley was backing up anyway. It'll be a stolen base. You're not saying that all of the ones he hit here hit that pole?
Every single one. Every single one hit the pole.
Well, that's how.
But he was good for 1 year.
That's how you got. That's how you get things named after you.
Yeah. The most he had in a season was 3 in 1948. he was always good for a couple a year. Like many of those guys in that generation. Served in World War II.
Great guy. Here's Vogt. Vogt taps it foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. 12th steal for Pilar. He was stuck on 11 for a while. A hit here gives the Giants run number 4. And it's high, unless you hit it sharply to left. The dimensions here, left fielders are always playing a lot more shallow. So Crawford's going to hit after the walk to Vogt. That may have been by design. Crawford had a base hit. Bogarts made a nice play on him.
Yeah, when you give up a home run to a guy, you're always going to be careful the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
Even if it is going all down the pesky pole and it's only a homer in one park, it's still a homer.
Well, the meeting on the mound is over.
Red Sox are quickly down to 3.
Oh, something we'll have to keep.
I'll definitely have to keep an eye on that one.
We haven't really known the punishment yet for that. Jail time, maybe. Here's Crawford. And a strike, and it's 0-1. You see the defense.
It's really rather odd when you don't see the shift. You see it when Brock Holt hits, he's a left-hander. Infield pretty much plays straight up. With every lefty, you're going to see this.
Crawford stays alive as he taps it foul. Giants with 3 runs in the first. The look to second, and it's in the dirt. A good block by Leon. Trying to add on here in the third. Crawford is going to live to see another pitch.
We've just seen 72nd pitch of the night. Just 2 2/3. Pitch count is rising.
On the ground, and it's past Moreland. Pilar scores. Vogt is being held up, and he puts on the brakes. It's a double for Crawford, and the Giants lead 4-0. Anything you see hit down the first base line, you just think that Moreland's going to get it.
Oh, that glove's gold. That I'm not sure if he even understands how that got by him, but it did, and that's enough to get Cora coming out to make the change.
So there's Cora. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. 4-0 lead. Bobby Pointer is the new pitcher.
Left-hander, saw him last night. Again, not overpowering stuff. Third pitcher out of the 14 that they threw yesterday. Fastballs, upper 80s, change-up slider combo.
Adames struck out in the first. And now hitting right-handed, he takes a called strike with Mauricio Dubon on deck. Vogt is at third, and Crawford with his double is at second. Foul back. It's 0-2. We're in the third inning. The one thing that is most common is you're probably going to play a 3-hour game. It's just how much more is it going to be than 3?
Yeah, you can book it here.
Adames takes down low. So Chacin goes 2 2/3. He does strike out 6.
Adames here, you got to kind of just protect away. Fish out of water, that changeup.
Got him. There you go. Giants had a run. It's 4-0. Here at Fenway Park, the Giants with a 4-0 lead. Marco Hernandez, the Red Sox second baseman, is going to hit first. Then it's Sandy Leon. And then it's the top of the order. Hernandez yesterday went 2 for 7. There's a strike.
And he's the one that scored the run in the 13th. When Bochy was making all the pitching changes, he's the one that ended up coming around to tie the ball game when the Giants actually had the lead.
That one gets away from Samardzija. 1-2. Pitch number 39. And that came back, but not enough. It's 2-2. No overshift. To left for Dickerson. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, we have a very fun family connection from one of our favorite broadcasters, Dave Fleming. It turns out the Kuiper brothers aren't the only broadcasting bros. Dave's brother Will, also a broadcaster. He's going live with him right now. Will was a longtime play-by-play guy for the Red Sox AAA affiliate, the Pawtucket Red Sox. And this season, he's hosting Red Sox pre- and post-game shows, and he will call about 30 games. Now, the two called the game last night, and guess who was bursting with pride? Dad Mike. He sent Dave this text. Mom and I have had a great life with many wonderful moments. Tonight is near the top. I love it.
Yes.
Guys?
But here's my take on what you see there. Notice older brother is not allowing younger brother to hold the microphone. It's Leo takes a pitch. That's it. I'm going to be in control of this.
He's totally in charge. You're going to speak when I give you the mic, and that's it.
Oh, that's great. Will is going to, whether it's with the Red Sox or some other organization, he is going to land somewhere where he's going to do every game on radio or TV.
He needs to land in a space that has a good-sized booth. That dude's 6'7".
Yes, he's tall.
He's
lanky.
a tall man.
Yep. I mean, Dave's tall, and he makes Dave look like the little brother. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Leon. Will did the game last night with Joe Castiglione. He will be doing the weekend games on TV with Jerry Remy when the team travels to Tampa after the game tomorrow night. Benedetti lined out to center field in the first inning. Bobby and I are both, I think we're in Starbucks or pizza, crying out loud. We're fixing our coffee and our tea here, and cream and sweeteners, and it's cold. There's a late call strike.
At least according to the flags in center field, the wind's blowing straight down, so got that going for us. Unlike last night after the stroke of midnight, it was in our face.
Yeah, it decided to blow right in here. The pitch outside. So 2 balls and a strike. Giants with 3 runs in the first and then a run in the third. Samardzija at the belt. Swing and a miss. 2-2. He's had a nice year, Jeff Samardzija, considering the Giants didn't know for sure what they were going to get this year.
Yeah, you're not sure what you're going to get, and he's been able to get to the post 30 times before this start, 31st now.
On the ground to Crawford. Crawford will shovel it to Adames. On the belt, double play. So if you're keeping score, that goes 6-5-3. AARP presents Take On Today. 22 years ago today at Candlestick, this was the Brian Johnson takes on the Dodgers. Mark Guthrie in the bottom of the 12th with a score tied 5-5. The walk-off tie the Giants with the Dodgers atop the National League West. 52,188 watched it at the Stick. We will never, ever forget that day. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair expert. So on the anniversary, who's pitching?
Mr. Brian Johnson. Saw him earlier today, well, just after the stroke of midnight. Pitched 2/3 of an inning.
Dubon on the ground to third. And Devers will make the play. Well, this is the other Brian Johnson, 22 years ago. This is what it looked like. And it was quite the afternoon. And that tied it up. The problem is Garcia takes a strike, is the Giants worked so hard to take over the Dodgers that when they got to the postseason, they were out of gas, empty. And the Marlins swept them in 3 games. There's a pitch down low.
That home run, was that the one where didn't Rob Beck have to come in, get out of it, got out of a big jam, bases loaded maybe, nobody
Bases
out
loaded,
or something
nobody
like that?
out. Eddie Murray hit into a double play. Swinging a foul. Kent to Johnson to Snow on the double play.
Miss that guy.
It was, yeah, absolutely. He was not only really talented, he was just a really good guy. The 1-2 high to Garcia, who struck out in the second. Soft stuff, and Garcia's gone. Well, the Giants are doing it again tonight. Remember, I said last night they struck out 19 times. Yeah, I know it was extra innings, but they're already at 8 in the 4th inning. Here's Yostrimski, a walk and a ground ball to second. And he hits one to right, but Holt is there, and he'll make the catch in a nice quick inning for Brian Johnson. 4-0 Giants. All right, flip over your scorecard. It's Bogaerts who leads things off, and he takes a strike right in the outside corner. Bogaerts popped out to Adames in the 1st inning. And he shoots this one on the ground to Adames on one hop. And Belt's going to have to dig it, and he does.
Oh, my.
And Adames is going, thank you very much. Because as soon as he let go of it, he's thinking, my guy at first has got to save me.
And he quickly threw that ball out. What a play by Belt. Shuffles his feet, sets his feet. And Sparky was not ready for that. He wasn't thinking that was.
He's pretty good down there.
He is.
Here's Devers. Line drive. Adames. Adames to Belt. Sharks game plan. Hit it to Adames. 2 down. That's a nice play.
He made sure he got a good follow through on that one.
How fast you think this was off the bat?
It was a rocket. 111 off the bat. Probably a good 88 across the diamond as well.
Yeah, not a problem.
Good extension. Smiling about it. He's like, yep, sorry about it.
I think he was smiling at Wotus because you have to be positioned perfectly if you're going to catch that. Vasquez, spring training, first pitch swinging. Side retired. And the Giants are coming up with Belt to lead things off. Well, back here at Fenway Park, it's a 4-0 lead for the Giants. Alex Cora is out. He's talking with the trainer and his pitcher, Brian Johnson. And whatever the issue, Johnson was very animated as to what are you guys doing out here?
Yeah, that was odd.
It was odd. Here's Belt to lead things off. And a swing and a miss by Belt, who's 1 for 2. Fouls it off. On deck is Pilar. This might be Johnson's last hitter. There's a righty up in the bullpen, and Pilar is on deck, although 2 left-handed hitters after that. Hey, September baseball, you just never quite know what's going on.
Well, like you mentioned, next year if the rule changes, I think there are going to happen where no more situational pitching. Might as well have a open tryout of what you got coming back.
Yep. So Belt, like he always does, gets it to 3-2.
Sure does. From 0-2 to 3-2.
With Xfinity XFi, you get the ultimate control of your in-home Wi-Fi. Pause the Wi-Fi on any connected devices. See who's on your network and more. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is XFi. Second strikeout for Johnson. Pilar, 1 for 2. And a strike.
That sounds like warmth.
My dad used to do that at breakfast table. He'd take a sip of coffee. Yeah, there's nothing like late night coffee as well. Pilar on the ground to second. It'll be Hernandez charging and throwing. 2 outs. And here's Dickerson would like to put the ball in play. He struck out twice, both times looking. So here's Johnson to Dickerson, and Dickerson takes a strike.
Whatever was wrong with Johnson, he figured it out. He's got ahead of all the hitters. Throwing the off speeds for strikes, fastballs as well.
The pitch. Swinging a drive. Right center field. Bradley on the move, and he's going to track it down into what is Fenway's Park version of Triples Alley. Holt to lead things off. And for the second game in a row, Willie Mays' name not on the list. It took Willie Mays 107 games to get to 20 home runs. Holt takes low. He bounced out to Belt in the second inning.
Willie went on to add another 640 to that list.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he made up for it. There's a strike.
This is the guy that we were kind of talking about. The defense plays as close to straight up as you're going to see for a lefty.
And another strike. So Sharp comes back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Real nice pitch. 2-1 fastball under the hands. Holt looking away. Smarge has been trying to go out there. Cutters and sliders away. Went in on the hand. See if he doubles up.
I mean,
He did.
I'm not sure you can make a better pitch than that.
He doubled up. Garcia was calling for that cutter away. Shark was feeling froggy after that last good fastball at 93. Put a little more on it. 94. Didn't get the call.
Third walk issued by Samardzija.
On Sunday, the 29th, the Giants will honor you, the fans, with Fan Appreciation Day. Come out to the ballpark and experience the last game of the 2009 season and have a chance to win prizes like various gift cards, PlayStation 4, a Fat Scooter, plus a 2019 Toyota RAV4. This special start time is at 12 o'clock, 12:05. It is also Bruce Bochy's final game as Giants manager. You got to be there. Go to sfgiants.com. Get those tickets.
Here's Moreland. Moreland hits a high fly ball to right. Moving over is Yostrimski near the pesky pole, and he makes the catch. Moreland nearly got one. Yostrimski ran a long way, but he tracked it down.
Never gave up on it. Found the wall. Knew he had plenty of space. Nice job by the fans to get out of the way.
Here's Jackie Bradley. Bruce Bochy said in his office he was talking to Tony La Russa, had stopped by to see him. And Tony asked Bochy about Yostrimski and what he liked about him, and Bochy said, well, let me tell you, he's a ball player. Here's Tony, one of the advisors here for the Red Sox. He said he's a ball player. He just does everything really well, including play defense like you just saw. Bradley on the ground, foul.
I think getting out of the organization, he's talked about it, leaving Baltimore, getting over to the Giants, hanging out with Dave Brundy down in AAA, the skipper down there, Brundy and Minor, the hitting coach, and just kind of little freshness, a little something new.
And then I saw that I think it was Peter Gammons who did the interview with Carl Yostrimski. And he pointed out, he even said that he thought that the manager and the hitting coach in AAA really, really helped young Mike Yostrimski out a lot. And I thought that was great because, you know, those minor league guys, they don't get acknowledged enough. And here's a Hall of Famer that acknowledged them. Post pitch taken low. It's 2-2. Oh yeah, and they did win the AAA championship.
I mean, you've been a part of AAA teams, so have I, and it can really be a bitter place, or it can be some of the best places, but it leans more towards that bitter side.
It can be, as you said, it can be a very unhealthy atmosphere. Because at that level, everybody thinks they should be in the big leagues. There can be some feelings that are really hurt if people go to the big leagues and they don't get to go. 3-2. With one out, we'll see if Holt takes off. We're in the 5th inning. Holt goes. And he walked. Well, it goes like this. No hits for the Red Sox, but 4 walks. Here's Hernandez.
Jeff is just coming out of the delivery just a little bit. He was frustrated with that walk. He's starting to pull it glove side just a touch. Sometimes Sometimes it's that landing foot. He starts spinning on it, and will yank the ball down out of the zone.
So that time he leaves it away. It's 1-0. Holds at second. Bradley at first. 1 out.
This is a lineup that's missing some of its big boppers, but there's still plenty of guys that can do some damage. 1 through 9.
And he gets the call. It's a ball and a strike. For a long time, second baseman here. He was here when you were here. Dustin Pedroia.
Pedroia to destroy ya.
You liked him, didn't you?
Oh, man. Absolute gamer. Talk about a gamer. That guy was in full uni at 12:30 every day. And he asked him, hey, why are you dressed? You never know. Storm might be rolling in, and I'm going to be the only one ready.
Little guy played big, didn't he?
He did.
And he could hit a high fastball.
Oh, yeah.
On the ground, Belt. Belt will go to Crawford. Crawford's going to spin around and go to third, just in case Holt was going to round it. Hernandez reaches on the fielder's choice, and the hitter is Sandy Leon.
The only reason that wasn't turned is just Samardzij's finished, had him finish more towards third base, so he's that half step behind. Couldn't quite get there in time for Crawford. Because Brandon to Brandon, they've done it many times.
Leon drew a walk in the third. And he takes wide, 1-0.
Well, I talked about him just spinning off that front foot a little bit, so you see where the finish is, and he just, yeah, rather than not take the chance and go ahead and face another hitter as opposed to try to get a bang-bang play at first base.
Foul back. There's a healthy swing by Leon. Giants with a 4-0 lead. Popped up. Crawford backpedaling. Pillar's going to let him have it. He does, and that's going to end the inning. After 5, 4-0 Giants.
4-0 Red Sox as we go to the top of the 6th. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Taking the mound for the Red Sox is their right-hander, Travis Lakins, and he's coming on for the 14th time. What you're going to see out of this guy is basically fastball cutters, low to mid-90s stuff with an occasional curve off of that.
And it'll be Vogt to take on Lakins here in the 6th inning. Vogt, a 2-run home run in the first and a walk in the third. And Vogt has a little bit of an issue on that swing. It's 0-2. Tried the same pitch.
Yeah, so
One
much
ball
for,
and 2 strikes.
So much for the occasional curveball, 3 straight. Reports were more cutter happy than curveball, but he's got a feel for it tonight.
The 1-2 on the ground, right at, and that's Devers who throws him out. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, gentlemen, we know Chris Shaw is very popular here in Boston. Remember, 1,000 people came to see him last night. He grew up in Lexington. It's about 12 miles from Fenway, and people from his hometown, they wanted to acknowledge his accomplishment of becoming a major leaguer. Earlier today, city officials presented Chris with a proclamation that today, September 18th, is officially Chris Shaw Day in Lexington. Chris is a 5th-generation Lexingtonian, and they are thrilled that he could play at Fenway. They also gave him a jar filled with dirt from all the fields he played on growing up in Lexington.
All right. You know what? What do you give a kid that's got everything? You give him some dirt. It's perfect. Here's Crawford. Crawford's 2 for 2. He's got a single and a double, and he's got an RBI. Giants have what? Game tomorrow, 3. That's 4 on this trip left. So 10 games left. Do you think Crawford can get to 250?
He's going to try.
He's going to have to.
You know that. He's got to get going.
He's going, though. This is going to take his lumber. 2 outs. I've told this story before, but my first year in 1975, my first full year, I came into Fenway Park hitting .307 for the last 3 games of the year. And those were the days where they did not have your average up on the scoreboard. So the Friday night game, I go 0 for 4. And starting to grind a little bit, right? As here's Adames. So after I made an out on the Saturday game, I walked into the dugout. Frank Robinson was standing right where Bruce Bochy is. And he just looked at me and he went, "Well, what is it now?"
Called you on it right on the spot.
He knew that I was figuring it out, running down the line. I went.
Carry the 2.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. I ended up at 292. I didn't get a hit. But it's great. You know, guys that have been around and played a long time, they don't miss anything because they did it too.
Oh, yeah.
Figuring out ERAs and figuring out averages. And I got to do this to hit that.
4.99 ERA looks way better than 5.0.
It absolutely does. And Adames with a base hit to center field. So after striking out the first 2 times up, he's at base for Mauricio Dubon.
That finally gives the Giants a base runner since the 3rd inning.
Dubon, a strikeout and a ground out. And Dubon takes low. Three home runs for Dubon. He's got 6 runs batted in. Two and 0. On deck is Garcia, so we'll see if Dubon gives him a shot. Good count to hit it, and he swings and misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. Foul back, 2-2. One more game tomorrow. And then 3 in Atlanta. You get to finally do games where you'll do a game and then you actually get to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. Mid-80s, low mid-80s during the day. 70s at night. You got to go to Atlanta. It's a good time to do it.
Foul back. They're playing pretty good, aren't they?
Pretty solid club. They are finding a good rhythm now in the bullpen. Starting pitchers are really stepping up. The addition of Keuchel's been a great addition for them. They got a couple lefties. If they get to that point where they get a chance to face the Dodgers, that could be a fun series to watch.
The 2-2 to Dubon. Right at Moreland as Dubon hit it well, and that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the Red Sox half of the 6th. It's 4-0 Giants.
You've been to the team shop once or twice.
Here's Benedetti facing Samardzija, and a pop-up down the left field line that is going to reach the seats.
Easy.
And it's no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 in tight. Crawford to the right of second base. 4 base runners for the Red Sox. All have reached by way of the walk. One and 2. Look out. Benedetti has to skip out of the way. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul back. Under challenge. On deck is Bogarts. And another pitch right in the hit me zone. Pretty good pitch.
Real good pitch. Too close to take. 93 under the hood for Jeff Samardzija. Benintendi just going back to the dugout, frustrated. He's been striking out a lot this year. But that one's just a straight frustration. That's one you got to commit to. But Jeff will take it. Strikeout.
Yeah, here's Bogarts. How many strikeouts do you think that is for Samardzija? It's 1.
That's the numero uno.
Bogarts 0 for 2. He's popped out and he's rolled out to third. Here he takes a strike. We're in the 6th inning. That's 82 pitches.
And Jeff's kind of been effectively wild with these guys, moving their feet.
Very close to maybe one booth over from John and Dave. One and two. That's a pretty good pitch. It's 2-2.
Now you like it, you throw it. If you're going to get the call, you get it. If not, you're going to miss on the side that you're aiming on. If you're going to go in, miss in. If going away, miss away. He did exactly that.
Got him. Didn't have any. Now he's got 2.
Just another paint pellet by Jeff Samardzija, down and away. Heater. Just locked him up, looking for something else, looking for the cutter, something. Perfect pitch.
Now, the guy that's hit the ball the hardest in this game for the Red Sox is right at the plate in Devers. And it was Adames who made a great play. And the ball hit basically right at him.
That ball was 110 miles an hour off the bat, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I was wondering. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's the 110 right there. 88 across the diamond, full follow through. Chest high strike to Brandon Belt. I'd like to see a repeat performance of that.
Absolutely. On the ground, foul past Tom Goodwin, and it's 1-2.
It was a nice play by that fan. Rolled right up the screen, leans it, doesn't get out of the seat, reaches back, makes a nice grab, gets just the golf clap for his efforts.
And a pop-up foul down the left field line, and that'll be out of play.
Not as good a play on that side. His pitch count has been right around average, but that 4th inning, the 4-pitch inning, the spring training kind of swings that we're taking, helping him now.
Two pitch. In tight. So 3-2.
Get him here, this 18th pitch coming up.
To right. Hit well and gone. So the first hit of the game for the Red Sox goes into that first row. And for Devers, that's a big home run for him. It's his 30th. And it's 4-1.
He just tried to go back door with that slider, the cutter. Just comes across the plate a little bit more. Devers drops the head on it. Really puts a good swing on it and continues just to put up a tremendous season. But again, just a solo shot.
Here's Vasquez, who's 0 for 2.
Now Jeff with 2 outs, just trying to get back in the dugout, forget about it. 2 well-thrown cutters right there to get ahead in the count 0-2. Now go to some chase zones. Saw him signal with his head, let's go back away. See if Garcia picked up on it.
Out of play.
Really got a good feel for that spot. Glove side fastball down. Knee high. Either going to get the corner or just miss off.
Foul back.
Great pitch in on the hands. Emergency hack. And a nice job with Vasquez, just riding in on the hands. Emergency hack. That ball's got pine tar all over it.
Yes, it does.
That's a guy that's been seeing the ball really well. Samardzij's done a nice job going in, going away, going in, go away. Trying to keep him in that rocking chair.
One and 2. And on the ground to Crawford. And Crawford will make the play. And the damage is 1 on the home run by Devers. 7th inning coming up. Well, we got a start for Jeff Samardzij, who's only allowed 1 hit, and that was a home run. Vogt's got a 2-run home run off the pesky pole, and the home run that Samardzij gave up was to Rafael Devers. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Mike Schwerin is what we're going with.
Yeah, coming in for the 12th time, and the strikeout numbers is what you notice here. 24 in those 17 in the 3rd innings. Not a big overpowering guy, but what the Red Sox are really trying to develop is a 4-seam velocity up in the belt, and curveballs coming off of that, so expect a lot of the breaking stuff.
And Garcia would like to put the ball in play. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Giants would also like to get that run back. As Garcia takes a strike. As Abad starts to get loose. The breaking ball was in tight, and Garcia popped it out of play. So 0-2. Close. The 1-2. 2-2. You ever been in a bullpen that crowded?
Only here.
There's no place to sit.
Chicago is the worst. September's in Chicago.
Right?
When I haven't been to the new park with the bullpens being underneath at Wrigley, but down the lines. Yeah, it's like you're at the deli counter. You take a ticket, and you hang out. You have your first wave, just in case the starter gets in some trouble. Then they kind of clear out. You get your next wave of your middle relievers.
You'd have to take a ticket to get a seat.
Yeah. It's like that they're at the DMV.
Yeah.
Just wait.
That's true.
Just wait.
Got him. So the hat trick for Garcia. And that'll bring up Yostrimski.
shot there. 6 pitches, 4 breaking balls. A little bit of a funky delivery, as you can see as well. A little bit of a low 3/4 release. So the breaking ball's got a little more sweep to it.
Yostrimski, a walk and a run scored in the first, and then a ground ball and a fly ball. Foul at the plate with Belt on deck. Back. He got a pitch to hit. 92 just at the belt. Here's Mike's wife. Very animated, that young lady. Foul, look out into the seats. And the net did not save anybody on that one.
Section's clapping. I guess everybody's all right.
And he got him with a high fastball. So 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts.
It's 11 strikeouts for Giants tonight. But they're swinging.
Swinging they are. Here's Belt. Belt struck out twice. Takes inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Belt takes a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One run on 1 hit, the home run by Devers. Popped up. It's Devers at third who makes the catch, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. 4-1 lead for the Giants as Brock Holt's going to lead things off. Holt shoots it on the ground up the middle for a base hit. Holt with a hard wide turn, and clearly it was hitter to hitter for Samardzija here in the 7th. As here comes Bruce Bochy. 99 pitches. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. It's Abad, and we'll be back. So Abad is going to pitch. He's going to be facing Moreland, then Jackie Bradley, and unless there's a double play, he'll be facing Marco Hernandez.
Yeah, Abad coming on for the 17th time. Numbers are pretty good. Opponent batting average, when you see that, especially against these lefties, and he's got some ownage against Moreland. He's faced him 7 times, punched him out 3 times, and Jackie Bradley Jr. faced him 3 times, punched him out once. And you just read Samardzija's lips right there. It's a double play.
Moreland has hit 2 fly balls to the outfield. He's 0 for 2. And here he swings and misses, and it's no balls and 1 strike. So nice outing. He only allowed 2 hits. 1 left the park, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 99 pitches.
what Bruce Bochy was looking for, a little more length. He was going a lot of five and dives kind of in September, and got into the 6th. And like you mentioned, better to batter with a 3-run lead.
Almost got Moreland. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Moreland foul, clipped him on his foot. 1-2.
Right off the toe, you wear the shin guard, you do all the protection that you can, and they'll still find that toe. He's taking his time, still out of the box, regrouping.
We are in the home half of the 7th. Block Garcia. 2-2. Keep that double play in order if you can.
And the Bods bounced around a little bit, but it was just a couple years ago. He was here in Boston putting on the Red Sox uniform. 2017, he pitched in over 48 games here. So he's familiar with the atmosphere and the mound and everything. So you don't have to worry about that. You have to worry about with some of the younger guys that have never pitched this level.
On the ground, it'll be a double play. 5-6-3, 2 down. And that's what Samardzija was asking for,
He
right?
wanted it, and he got it. He's excited. A little fist pump there. Casual fist pump from Samardzija, but you see it here. 3-hopper, perfect strike, and Moreland does not run all that well. Take your time, make sure you execute the play. Yep, he goes, yep, that's me all day.
Crawford is going to have this one skip off his glove. It'll be a base hit. Hernandez lined out to left, and he's reached on a fielder's choice and a ground ball to Belt. And a strike. Let me just pointed out that they've given Crawford an error, which I can't imagine that's going to hold up. Which means I'll probably have to erase twice. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. Swinging a pop-up out of play. Nothing in 2. So this is what an error looks like.
100 miles an hour off the bat. You're the infielder. I mean, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Try to square up 100 mile an hour in the chest?
Nope, doesn't work. Because your chest does not allow you to try to do that. It says, Yeah. So you play it off to the side a little bit.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I know he didn't have to move, but 100 miles an hour doesn't give him much time to think.
Outside, 1-2. Line drive as Hernandez smoked that ball up the middle. And now Leon's going to hit, and he represents the tying run.
Well, Abad's come in. He's thrown strikes. Thrown 10 pitches, 7 strikes. These Red Sox hitters are squaring him up.
And then, as we used to say as players, we could pick our own friends. Here's Leon to left. Dickerson back. He's going to play the wall. He plays it perfectly. 1 run's going to score. That's it. And it's 4-2. That's the second time in this series that Leon has hit one off the monster, only to pick up a single. But he doesn't waste any time. He's up there swinging.
He goes right after that first pitch. Fastball up in the zone. See the hands get back. Power spot. Puts that foot down. Rotates. Just drills it off the wall. But like you said, Dickerson makes a nice play here. Throws a strike to Crawford. But Fernando Abad not fooling anybody. That one was 94 off the bat. The Marco Hernandez base hit was 107 off the bat.
There's Benedetti. No swing.
Now Fenway Park starting to wake up a little bit. Crowd trying to start that "Let's Go Sox" chant.
Here's the 1-1. On the ground to Bond. To Crawford. The damage will be 1 run. Sox getting a little closer. It's the 8th inning coming up, 4-2 Giants. Here's, who do we got here? It's Pilar. Fouls it out of play. Pilar, 1 for 3. Back. Pilar's a swinger. It's 0-2. Mike Schwarren with Dickerson on deck. Breaks his bat on the ground to Bogarts. Barehanded try. And Pilar's got another hit. Maybe not.
Yeah, easy. Make sure you get a pencil.
And they're going to say base hit.
Well, from the producers of The Good Place and Brooklyn Nine-Nine comes a new comedy starring Cal Penn at Sunnyside, premiering Thursday, September 26th on NBC.
Here's Dickerson, hit the ball well his last time up, only to watch Bradley run it down out in the triangle. Takes a strike and it's 0-1. Got caught looking in the first, got caught looking in the third. Pilar stole his 12th bag in the third. No intent on throwing. Just a hold. Dickerson waving and missing. It's 1-2. Vote to follow. We're in the 8th inning here at Fenway Park. Pilar with his lead. Nice play by Sandy Leon to dig that one out. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was a good one. A little gentle shove on Dickerson, get him out of the way. They're talking about it right now. Just put the glove on his backside. Just said, kind of clear out for me. Here he comes right through. No harm, no foul.
No. Nope. 3-2. Well, you know what? This could be an opportunity for Bruce Bochy to send Pilar. He goes down the right field line. Pesky pull. It is foul. Oof. Dickerson's looking at it. Aguasil's looking at it.
Boch can't see it.
He's trying to get Aguasil's attention to see, well, what did you say?
Yeah, foul.
Not by much, though.
Pesky pole getting some action tonight. Nice catch.
Three and two. Pilar goes. My goodness. He just hit that one to Worcester. Oof. Somebody's walking down the street. They have no idea that there's an incoming.
It is the beauty of this park and its location. So anyway, I had a bad day at work. Whap.
Yeah, it didn't get any better. Pilar goes. Swing and a foul. So Dickerson stays alive. Pilar getting a workout after a really long workout last night.
And this is the time I always hope that he does get a chance. I know it's a full count, but if you got it to a spot where it wasn't a full count, he's running, and Devers gets a little lazy, and Pilar just keeps running.
Yeah, just keep going.
I've seen it done before. Dustin Pedroia actually I've seen him do that. A couple other guys. Just keep going.
Runner goes. Swinging a line drive, base hit, and Pilar will keep going. So the Giants will put runners at first and third with nobody out. Nice at bat.
He takes some great swings. Just a simple swing. Level swing, drives it right through. Hits it hard. If the Giants can just find a way to keep that man healthy, it's a great at bat to have in the lineup. Pilar, easy read, just comes. Wotus down the line, already telling him the ball's in the infield. Takes around it, take a peek, and a run for Dickerson.
Rickart's going to run. Vote. 1 for 2. And the Red Sox have pulled the infield in. And call time for whatever reason. Vote a home run in the first inning off the pole in right field. Got close. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball. Center field to Bradley. Tagging is Pilar. Here's the throw home. It'll be late. And coming in to score is Pilar. We had Leon moving Dickerson. We had Pilar moving Devers because he couldn't see the center fielder.
That's how they teach it, right? The hot corner, get in front of him. Got that run back.
It's 5-2, and here's Crawford. Nice at bat for Vogt. Crawford fouls it back. 2 for 3 tonight for Brandon Crawford. Vogt's got 3 RBIs in this game. There's Colton Brewer.
Giants get the leadoff runner on again, and he scores. First inning, 8th inning.
And a soft toss. Crawford, a swing. You're gonna miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Adames is on deck. Crawford attacks that high fastball. He fouls it back. 1-2. Way off the line in right field is Holt. Just giving Crawford right field. Thought about it, but didn't stop. Maybe he stumbled too.
He got too good a jump. He was trying to time him up. The delivery wasn't made, and I think he froze himself.
The 2-2. And a good take by Crawford. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crawford was part of that group last night that played the whole game. He was also on the 415 bus.
I don't think any of them had trouble sleeping.
I don't believe that was a problem.
The only problem was maybe getting up.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw is not in time. Crawford out. Rickard has stolen base. Adames coming up.
Rickard with a pretty good jump. Looking in the hole ways to see what's going on. Then he just puts a head down, hustles down. Now score bringing some seed to him or something.
Well, we're going to take a break as we get a pitching change. It's 5-2. Giants have a runner in scoring position, and we'll be back. Giants with a run here in the 8th inning. They lead 5-2. And it's Colton Brewer who's the new pitcher. So there's Brewer.
He came on last night, came in after Evaldi, threw 1 inning, punched out a couple. There's a lot of breaking balls again, which you're going to see with these guys. He's got a natural, his fastball's got just natural cut to it. But it's usually that and the big hook, big sky hook coming off of that. Showed a few of those last night for the punch outs.
So here's Adames, who singled in the 6th inning. And he takes down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Rickard at second with 2 outs and a run in on the sacrifice fly by Stephen Vogt. There's a strike. Adames a part of that team, although he wasn't there for the AAA championship game in Memphis, but he played a big part in that team that won everything at the AAA level. River Cats. Big chopper. Hernandez is going to kick it, and here comes Rickard, and the Giants pick up another run. At least, if you're Hernandez, keep the ball in the infield.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. It looked like he was trying to maybe come around that ball rather than just get to it. Kind of slipped a little bit. See it here. Big hopper. That left foot kind of goes, but Rickard on contact just going.
Be hit, right?
And get those runs back.
Although after the Crawford play.
Yeah.
Here's Dubon. Look out. 1 ball and no strikes. Dubon's thinking, hey, you're throwing at the wrong second baseman. Right there on the inside corner. Belt high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul. That
got Sandy.
Yes, it did. So I'm looking, and it appears they've given Adames a hit. Clearly, the official score does not. There's a hanger like Brandon Crawford.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't like Jackie Bradley. One or the other. Because he took a hit away from Bradley. On the ground, foul. Dubon behind in the count, 1-2. Giants now lead in this one, 6-2.
Add-on runs late in the ball game. Red Sox were showing some signs of life. Giants able to scratch a couple here across in the 8th. Still got a guy at the plate looking to do a little bit more damage.
You got Dubon to chase, and that's going to end the inning. Giants score twice, so we'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning at 6-2 with Bogarts to lead things off.
Submariner Tyler Rogers coming off 13th time. Really been throwing the ball well. Appeared last night. And again, just a guy that gives you a different look from the bullpen. Good job throwing strikes, and he's just coming in here trying to keep the ball on the ground and get some outs after the Giants went ahead and scored 2 at the top of the 8th.
So, Samardzija, Abad, Rogers. And it'll be the beef that Rogers gets to face. Bogarts, Devers, Vasquez. Bogarts tonight is 0 for 3. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
You can see why there's a lot to like with Tyler Rogers when he's out there. Just a lot of action, a lot of movement, a lot of deception in the delivery, and just an uncomfortable at bat.
Tapped to Adames. 1 out. Coming up after the ball game, we got a couple of shows that are going to entertain you until you fall asleep. Post game live, they'll do it from the roof. We love that. And then Triples Alley will not do it from the roof. They'll do it from their little studio. So you got a good hour and a half of Giants baseball. G-Mag is going to come up after that. Maybe you got maybe 2 hours before you turn out the lights. Yep. Amy did G-Mag.
I hope so.
Well, it's taped. Yeah. Devers, a home run in the 6th. He gets jammed and rolls one to Dubon. 2 outs.
So far, so good, making that look easy. 2 big boppers and getting them to roll over. Put the infielders to work. Nice job by Tyler Rogers. Now he's looking just to finish the drill here.
Here's Vasquez. Vasquez 0 for 3. Down low. Let's see, where is Amy? When we took that shot of her, I was a little worried about where she was. Oh, she's got her own box. Look at that.
It's comfortable.
Oh, my goodness. You got a blanket? You got a jacket.
Team sponsored apparel. I like it.
Yeah. You don't need a jacket in Petaluma. Yeah, maybe. Foul. Yeah. Tomorrow, looked at the weather, the high is 65. It's going to be a warm day tomorrow, but it'll be a nice day.
Yeah, it'll be pleasant.
This guy's been here before.
Bro. Yeah, that's 30 home.
It's number 10 for Rogers here in the 8th. Papa. It's going to be Dubon, and that'll end the inning. Nice inning from Mr. Rogers. 9th inning coming up. Nailed it. Giants lead 6-2. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
And the kind of the do-it-all man down there, Hector Velasquez, coming in for a 31st time. As you see there, 7 home runs allowed. But when he's right, he's getting a bunch of strikeouts, about a strikeout an inning. But you're primarily going to see four-seam and sink on the fastballs with a slider and a split for the strikeouts.
Facing Garcia, who's going to lace one down the left field line on the first pitch. And he's going to end up with a double, and he will sleep a lot better because he was 3 at-bats with 3 strikeouts. And here's Yostrimski. Pitch to Yostrimski is a fastball at 91 for a strike. For young Yostrimski, a walk, a ground out, a fly ball to right, and a strikeout. And a base hit to left field. It's going to score Garcia, who almost trips but stays on his feet. And Yostrimski with an RBI single. And the Giants make it a 7-2 lead. Stand your feet, Aramis.
And it looked like old Ronnie Wotus had a couple words for him. Joking around with him a little bit as he rounded third base. I think as a third base coach, you're just waving around, kind of looking at the play, already thinking that guy's assuming, wait, I gotta get out the way.
It's up. There's Ron Wotus. There's Garcia right here. Uh-oh. Stay on your feet.
He's like, man, I just had knee surgery. I had my shoulder done. They're trying to put me back on the operating table.
Here's Belt, who takes one in the dirt. The RBI for Yostrimski, number 53 on the season. So we were right. We had to use the eraser 3 times because they've credited Bradley with a base hit instead of an error to Crawford. And that's way inside. Look out. And that's the right call. Belt, 1 for 4. Belt takes a strike. Franco in the bullpen. That is the latest add to this roster. Belt fouls it. It's 3-2. Belt, does he have a thing? He does. This is the hit of the year, folks. And if you don't smile after that one, there it is. Yeah, I saw it.
I'll smile for him. All right, let's go to StatCast. Let's see once this pops up. Oh, you want to take a guess at this one?
Yeah, 55.
Ooh, way over. 44 off the bat with some side spin. Line drive in the book.
This is a golf shot.
Line drive in the book.
If you could do that all the time, he'd hit 500.
Oh my gosh. Line drive in the book.
Well, he's owed one, that's for sure. Here's Pilar, who's got 2 infield hits. And he takes a 1-hopper. So that's 12 hits for the Giants. 3 this inning. Double, single, single. I was looking at the, there's a page in the press guide about Johnny Pesky. The Fenway Park's right field foul pole dedicated the Pesky pole on September of 2006. Pesky had 61 seasons in the Red Sox organization.
He did. I was there for that. What a moment. He had a locker in the locker room. He'd be out there hitting fungos, walking around, telling stories for days.
Yep.
Stories for days.
He was a first base coach here from 1975 through 84. And that's when I had a chance to meet him. And when I was a rookie in 1975, he introduced himself. And then when I couldn't hit home runs, he just made it a point because he said I couldn't either. So let's be friends. I said, well, I'm looking for friends.
That sounds right.
Here's a pitch down low.
He was a character. He's a great guy to have in the clubhouse. And
just a sweetheart of a guy.
Always be playing music, and he's in there and he's changing because he would work out with us and then just walk it off and go up into the stands or up into the suites or something, and he'd be dancing to all the music in the clubhouse. It was awesome.
Yeah, he was a good dude. Strike 2. Pilar. I mean, I'm sure you could go for weeks without even mentioning the pesky pole. Tonight, mentioned a lot. Pilar takes a strike. It's 3-2. At second is Yostrimski. At first is Belt. Foul. So we'll reset and do it again. Well, we've reached our 3-hour point. Not a good play. Just a fact. On the ground towards the hole and a base hit. And wisely, Ron Wotus holding up Yostrimski. So the bases are loaded. Let's hit number 3 for Yostrimski. And remember, Rickert ran for Dickerson, so he's going to hit. So with the wheels falling off here for Velasquez, Alex Cora's got another right-hander up in the bullpen. And Ryan Weber. The pitch in tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Nobody out. A run in with the bases loaded. Hands are starting to depart.
When you're Velasquez too, you're just trying to finish the season strong, and he's kind of been up and down. He's had more down as of late, and that happens. You get in these spots. You start to aim the fastball. It's like a hitter when he's slumping. He's finding himself in 0-2 counts before he can even blink. Kind of happens the same way with pitchers. You find a way to give up some knocks. I mean, Belt with a base hit that went 44 miles an hour off the bat.
So the 2-0 pitch was line foul. Play. It's 2-2. Stephen Vogt in the on-deck circle. Marlon over. He's going to make the catch. Cricket will be not happy with that. Well, Vogt's got 3 runs batted into this game, so he's got a shot for more.
He's due for an extra base hit. Hasn't had one since the first. Joe West never missing a thing. Ball just sitting there.
Not a thing. Joe West can spot baseballs on the field in other parks. He's amazing.
He is.
Vogt not wasting any time. Here's the home run that we're talking about. It hit the pesky pole.
Home run in one ballpark.
And that will be here. Outside to Stephen Vogt, who caught, what do we say, around 290 some pitches?
I think it was, yeah, 294. Somewhere, yeah.
Last night. That doesn't count the warm-ups. I mean, he warmed up 13 guys.
He did.
You also, you know, you warm every pitcher up, right? What, 6 or 7 pitches before each inning? Out in front, it's 1-2.
Here's the splitter. He was actually able to get into a count where he could get to that. Vogt now with some work to do. Got to protect. Smelling RBIs out there.
Out of play. A gamer babe from Chico ends up with the souvenir. Vogt stays alive.
We're just taking her word for it, right? She's from Chico.
Well, I think,
Yeah,
I think if you're from Chico, you're automatic.
Yeah. It's a legit sign too. poster board or anything.
It's not something they worked on with their Sharpie.
No.
10 minutes before the game. That's some artwork. 1-2. Vogt holds up. Foul back.
Real good swing there.
Velasquez rubbing up the baseball. He's now ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On to the 29th pitch of this outing for him.
There's Crawford. If my eyes are okay, the bullpen looks quiet.
No, there's yeah.
Of course. What am I thinking?
What a question.
3-2. Vogt out of play. You asked the question last night, was Vogt going to be able to get any sleep? His family's in town.
Right.
Kids are not.
There we go.
If the kids are here, no sleep.
Yeah, no chance.
All back.
Oh, he never mentioned who actually signed the ball.
Mike Yostrimski.
It was a Mike Yostrimski ball.
Yep. Remember, we were watching a fan celebrate because he got the Yostrimski ball, and then he celebrated even more after the exchange, and we were thinking that he thought that he pulled a heist on the Giants or the Red Sox. On the ground. Maybe a pair. That's 1. Yeah, they're going to call him out, but the Giants will take a look at this. This will be an RBI for Vogt, because Sean Barber missed this one.
Bochy is wasting no time.
And I think the Red Sox realize it too. The only one that didn't get a good look at it was Mr. Barber. Here's what we're talking about. This replay review is presented by Xfinity.
Could it be the quickest one?
This will be.
Joe West is not going to waste much time.
This is the quickest one of all time.
He's on the headset. He's still holding it, and it's about to pop off his head here in a minute.
I mean, this is RBI number 4 in the game for Vogt.
What they're checking.
Maybe say, is there any way that he's out?
It's like they're trying to reset the game clock or something. Like this is an NFL thing.
And we're going to put the ball. So Vogt's going to get the RBI, and we're going to get a pitching change. Coming in to score was Yostrimski. See Joe signing autographs? Oh yeah, he is the man.
That's a fine.
8-2 Giants.
That's a fine. You can't do that.
Giants with an 8-2 lead. They pounded out 13 hits in this game. The new pitcher is Ryan Weber, and he'll go after Crawford with 2 outs.
Yeah, coming on the pitch for the 16th time, and he's got just a normal fastball, curveball, nothing too crazy, but he almost has a Mike Leake delivery. Arm side run, lots of sinkers.
Crawford takes low. Joe West says no swing. Crawford 2 hits in this game, a single and a double. He's got an RBI. Breaking ball to the back foot. 2 balls and no strikes. Madison Bumgarner tomorrow.
You think he's going to stare at Joe West at second base just to do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
At least
Joe.
try it.
Yeah, why not? Drop one on purpose in between those two, just see if he'll go pick it up.
Classic. Sure, you know. Crawford will have the green light. Takes, it's 3-1. Maybe a respectful take. Maybe.
One to measure, one to rake.
Tapped over the mound, and everybody's going to be safe. So Bogarts cannot come up with it. We'll see what the official score says on this one. You know what I think, Javi? I think he made a mistake. I think he tried to go the the first runner when he should have gone to first.
Just gone straight through, and that error is on standing around. It's become a 40-pitch inning.
I think you're right. It's going to be an error. And here's Adames who fouls it out of play.
But you're right. Vogt hustling down the line towards second base, and for some reason Bogarts was trying to just apply a tag, and play kind of sped up on him. Now Adames gets a turn at the dish.
So 3 runs in here in the 9th. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. 0-2. I mean, you can see it. It looks like he's going to slow up and tag, and maybe the better play was just to go to first, because he left something behind. Always much easier from where I'm sitting. In tight. 1-2. Giants have added on 2 in the 8th, 3 here in the 9th. Not a bad pitch, but it is inside. 2-2. Nice day for Stephen Vogt. 4 runs batted in.
Yeah.
That's after last night. On the ground towards the hole and into the hole. And Vogt's going to held up at third. A 3-hit game for Adames.
Well, he's flipped the script on that, on his own game, huh? First 2 at bats. Strikeout, strikeout. Yep. 3 straight knocks.
3 straight singles.
Just not trying to do too much there. Just gets the foot down, recognizes it. Tries to hit the ball hard, finds a hole. But you mentioned it many times, when you hit the ball to left field, even with 2 outs, you got to hold up.
You got to hold up. into the gap in the right center field, and it's a base hit. It's going to score 2. So Dubon saves the day. He was 0 for 4 going into that at bat. Then he knocks in a pair. And he doesn't waste any time.
No. And now that error really looms large.
And now it's a 5-run ninth. Garcia led this inning off with a double, so he's hitting now for the second time. Takes outside.
And this is where it just gets awkward if you're Anderson Franco warming up in the pen. You're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. You're chomping at the bit to just make your debut, get out here, get it going. And you just got to keep waiting, sitting on your hands.
Garcia is thinking, hey, I got a box score that I have to try to impress. One and two. He struck out his first 3 times up, and then the double to open up the ninth. $15 hits tonight for the Giants.
Fans yelling at Eric Cooper now. Strike 3s.
I thought for a second there it was Cooper who said it.
Crowd got thin real fast here in the ninth.
Guys have struck out 13 times. So I'm saying that maybe striking out leads to runs. On the ground, off his foot, foul. Yeah, I was pointing out that Giants pitching, they've done a great job. They've struck out 2. Samar just struck out Benedetti and Bogarts in the 6th. Looking, that's it. 3 and 2. To right field. Side retired is Holt. Puts it away. Giants lead 11-2. Giants with an 11-2 lead. When it's time for a change, thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
And making his major league debut, Anderson Franco. See the numbers there that he put up in the minor leagues. He has been up and down and all around, but you are going to see a big arm, big live arm. 95, 98 on the fastball. Changeup has always been a good pitch for him, but he's got a developing slider. But this is a guy that we were talking about when I mentioned down in the bullpen. You got to control your emotions. You're making a debut. You're doing it at Fenway Park, and you got to sit down. And you got to keep sitting down. The long inning. That's a big moment. It's been a big couple nights for a lot of Giants players. And here's another one for Franco, a moment he'll never forget.
So here's Juan Centeno. And a strike, and it's 0-1 at 94. So you're right, he has been in a lot of places. I'm going to read them off for you here in a minute. And it's 0-2. Astros in the minor leagues for 3 years. Greenville, Hudson Valley, Bowling Green, Greensboro. He's in Venezuela. He played in Carolina, Venezuela again. Foul back. Gwinnett, Florida, Rome. I don't think that's Italy. Venezuela, Gwinnett, Mississippi, Venezuela, Sacramento. Not quite as good as Ryan Vogelsong's, but not bad.
No, well traveled.
On the ground, foul. Third base side.
You can see now the heater warming up. 97 on that one.
Pop up. Crawford over. He's going to have room. I think he does. 1 out. Remember, Bruce Bochy 1 win away from 2000. I think it's a big number for him, but I think it's been a bigger number for people around him, and maybe even us.
Yeah, it's 25 years doing this. I mean, it's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of grinding. Yet again, another great place to do it.
Absolutely. Said it with his pitching changes yesterday, 13 of them. He was trying to get his steps in. Here's Chris Owens. Owens, a couple of home runs, 11 runs batted in. Owens was always kind of a bit of a pain when he was with the D-backs and the Giants. Diamondbacks played him all over the place. He always did a good job.
Yeah, he was one of the 9 shortstops that they had playing all over the place.
Yep.
Well, Franco hasn't had to do anything else but throw the fastball. First ball he's thrown.
It's a good one.
He wants to showcase it. Here we go.
Got him. I think he pulled it off.
He didn't throw that ball in. Garcia. There we go. Nice job. Nice job catching. First pitcher on the big leagues gets thrown in the dugout. First strikeout in the dugout.
Here's Jackie Bradley. And Bradley doesn't waste any time as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. They're chanting Bochy here at Fenway Park. I didn't think I'd ever hear that. And he might tell you he didn't either.
This would be a good time to dip into some of that booze that he got from all the other stops.
Fouled out of play. Got a piece. Hadn't been many games where he can relax. Certainly last night was not one of them. chance to take this in.
I mean, how often do you see him sitting like that?
You don't.
Top step. Arms folded. That's a big moment. I'm glad that he is taking the time to drink it in.
Foul back.
Franco's come in and impressed me so far.
I know.
15 pitches, 13 strikes.
Uh-oh. High and deep to left field. And off the top of the wall. And Bradley is going to have a triple as they throw it back in. The Red Sox obviously are going to have to take a look at this one.
Looked like it
yesterday where belts went over the wall.
Get right on top of the wall. If it does that, it's going to be out. Yep. Just enough.
Yeah, that's going.
That's a homer.
This replay review is presented by Xfinity. There's must be a little back screen.
Yes.
So it hits the top and then it hits that back screen.
Yes. But it's just got to get on top of the wall to be a homer here.
So it's gone. So now Bruce Bochy will take a little bit of a walk.
He will. He will. He'll start pacing a little bit up and down that dugout.
Here's Hernandez. For Bradley, hey, that's gives him a good number. That's 20 for him. And Hernandez takes low. He had a base hit in the 7th inning. 11-3. Swing, gonna miss. It's healthy. That fastball it is. There's no doubt about it.
Look at a shot. All the Giants fans working their way down behind that dugout.
Well, the folks here at Fenway Park have allowed these Giants fans to move a lot closer. And it's 3-2.
The coaches and everybody else doing a nice job of just kind of staying away from the big fella. Well, he's trying to creep in on Wotus's space.
Out of play. Well, it gives you an idea of the number of people that have traveled here for this 3-game series. And I'm sure there's some folks that live in this area that are from the Bay Area. But I mean, that's a good number of people behind the Giants dugout. Center field. And Pilar puts it away. 2,000 for that man. it is. That's the number that we've been watching closely for about the last month. And I think you made a good point. Can you pick? Yeah, if you can win it at home would be great. If not, why not here?
Yeah, and you know what? It's sinking in. You could see the emotion on his face. He's trying to have a good poker face, but that is a big number. You see how thankful he is. And I'm thankful to just be able to be here and be in this ballpark and watch this. This is not something you see every day.
Well, the Red Sox, they all acknowledge they're in the dugout, and that's who Bruce Bochy was waving his hat at. And Pilar gives him the ball. And he'll be the first to tell you he did not do this on his own. But boy, did he have a lot to do with it.
That's
definitely
great.
In a much better mood than he was yesterday.
And it's a little bit of a spring training game for him. He's shaking hands with all 40 guys on the roster. Every single coach, all the call-ups.
Johnny.
No, but Johnny able to get back for it. That's great.
And the guy he's been with the longest, Buster Posey, walking off with him.
All right, I want Bruce to soak this in for a minute. All these fans, all these people making the trip out to witness a moment like tonight. 2,000 managerial wins for you. You've been so modest, Bruce, about that number. But can you share what it means to you? It's a ton of success.
Well, I'll start with, all of them here. I mean, it means a lot for them to be here and doing what they're doing. I mean, it's really overwhelmed me at times. And what the number means, I'll say this. I mean, one, it's obvious I've been fortunate. I've had so much support from everybody, but it's a number that represents so many people. I mean, this is the players. They're part of it. The front office, the Brian Sabian. It's all of us. The coaching staff, the training staff, and it's a number associated with me, but it should be with everybody.
I know it is a group effort. July 2013, I got to interview you after you hit 1,500 managerial wins. That team, as well as this team, Bruce. The number meant something to your boys. They wanted to get these numbers for you. What does that mean to you, the pride they take in playing for you?
Well, that's when the emotions start going through you when, you hear something like that. And for them to be out there on the line and, Pilar gave me the ball. They've been talking about it and just doing it in an easy way tonight too. I mean, that's what I thank them for. I mean, no torture. And last night you saw that game, but it's a number that so many of us had something to do with, and I'm forever grateful.
Last one. I know you're not going to miss 15 inning games.
I'm not going to miss what?
15 inning games.
No, I'm not.
I know you won't, but I know you're going to miss the cool stories that baseball brings. And your final road trip, you get to be in Fenway, this historic park, the great storyline of the Yostrimskis, 2,000 wins for you. Is it a little bit bittersweet? You've got 9 left.
No, it's been a great trip here. To come to Fenway, because I don't get to come here very often, so to come here and to have the Red Sox players and Alex score, all of them waiting to acknowledge it, so I can't thank them enough, and all of them. I mean, this again, it just blows me away, and so it's pretty special here, and it's a moment I'll never forget.
You are very loved. Go enjoy. Bruce Bochy, congratulations.